The Oasis project bid has the ability to quote lamps in a very interesting way, and actually has a lot of features associated with it. First way to kind of get started is just simply key in a lamp code below a fixture, or in this case a kit, and I'll put in one lamp. Notice what happened here is it automatically added an entry here for the manufacturer called lamps. Well, what happened? Well, inside my setup for lamps, the factory entry for lamps, I've actually identified it as the default lamp factory. And this is real common because even if I have a couple of different lamp factories I work with, I can start with a standard price, maybe an average price or a high price or something like that. But the main thing is now I can go ahead and quote it out and then later decide, oh, I'm going with a specific factory. Now the other thing I've done is added in a price list associated with it. So if I type in fluorescent 32 or whatever it is that I want to add for my description, this generic, or actually use NAID codes or whatever I have to do, then it'll actually pull over the price and cost and everything. So what it's done is it's added 20 lamps because it's part of a kit here at $1.50 a pop. And what I end up with here is, sure enough, I end up with $30 because it's 20 times $1.50, or $30 sell price for the total lamps I've added so far to the job. Well, that's the first part of this. The other thing that's real nice about the lamp feature is I can actually go through and lamp all types. So let me remove that one item and go to Tools and say Lamp All Types. Now, what it did is it walked down each fixture type and said, oh, change a fixture type, let me add a lamp line. Change a fixture type, add a lamp line, and so forth. And it adds also that manufacturer that's the default there. The only thing it doesn't know, without using some other fancy features in Oasis, is it doesn't know the quantity or the lamp type that goes with that fixture. So let me do that. Let me say there's 2 lamps, and this is a fluorescent 32 watt. Let's say it's a strip or something like that, and it's added in. Next thing, I'll jump to the next one. I'll say it's a 2 lamp F32. That's fine there. Price it up for me. Next thing I'll do is down here. That's a housing, just one in here, and it's an 60 watt A lamp or something like that. Okay, and everything's in there. Now for the other features associated with the lamps. If I go to customers for a second, and I click on my distributor that's in here, and if I uncheck lamps and then click out of there, it actually updates the price to a price that does not include lamps. Thereby I can actually send a quote to one customer that I would supply lamps for, and another customer I may not supply lamp for. Let me add that back in. The other thing that's real nice is when I print this, I can go through on my customer copy for my customer, and I'll add a lamp takeoff. That's kind of an important little feature here. I'll hit print. What it does is if I scroll down here, is each fixture type is going to be the price including lamp extended. Got that. And down at the bottom I'm totaling up the different lamps that I need. So I need 45 A lamps. I need 40 32 watt fluorescents. Okay. Now, one other thing I can do if I'd like to get a little more fancy on this is I can add in a duplicate. By the way, there's a trick in Oasis. If I hold down the Control L, it copies the line above. Okay. And I'll put in 0.2. So basically 10% or 0.1 times the lamps that I'm supplying on that item, and I just added 10% lamps to that particular item. Let me insert another one, do the same thing, Control L, copy the line above, 0.2, Control L, copy the line above, 0.1, Control L, copy the line above, 0.1. Now I have basically the lamps plus 10%, and if I have a fixture type quantity change or difference between my different customers, it'll go ahead and recalculate the quantity of lamps including 10% based upon that customer's count if I need to. Now one other thing to consider is I'll just type spare here and drop that down here. And let's print it. What happens is the price will include the price including 10%, plus I have 45 lamps I need to supply, plus 4.5. You could do some fancy stuff to actually move that up to 5 actual lamps, but the main thing is I know how many spares I need to supply or will supply on this job as well. So I'll recap down at the bottom so the distributor knows exactly what's going on.